Yes, it has been a tough battle between the Wizkid FC and Burna Boy, as Burna Boy is going ahead to drag Wizkid's FC. I think a lot of people are making some interpretations about that ever since Wole Soyinka's interview of taking history out of the schools, and that is quite disturbing at a time like this. And a lot of people are finding a way to understanding it from that point of view. And before I dive in, I want to tell you guys, man, I really appreciate your support so far for watching my videos, sharing my videos across social media platform. Being a part of it has been an interesting story for me. And if you are new here, you can click the subscribe button below, the bell notification icon to always get notifications each time we upload our videos.
I don't like the way they regard this Wizkid FC. To me, that would be yes, now because they're too the one bar, they're the lace, they're the price sometimes. Round, by the way.
Yes, is it that we are going to start another beef between Burna Boy and Wizkid? That is what some people are really saying. Old videos of Burna Boy actually speaking about Wizkid's FC and the rest has been making around on social media ever since the issue of Burna Boy coming after Wizkid's FC. On a recent matter being shared by Wole Soyinka. I think we have to understand it from a different point of view that everybody has their own opinion to themselves, but the way we interpret all of this matters a lot. I have interesting headline trending on social media like Whiskey's FC reacts as Burna Boy viciously dragged them on Twitter. That is what it is right now. Um, According to a report, he viciously dragged them while acknowledging that perhaps Wizkid would have a smarter fan base if he actually is if actual history were taught in classrooms. In his words, he said, "I said the same thing a while ago, but Wizkid delusional Twitter FC said I was lying. Maybe if you true history was taught in your school, Wizkid would have a smarter Twitter FC instead of idiots like this." That is what it is. And I think that statement means a lot. It's like a direct insult to whiskey to an extent. That is something I believe about that. And I hope that does not bring a kind of big issues between whiskey and Burna Boy at the end of the day. Why make reference to like whiskey would have had a kind of smarter Twitter FCs and other things? That is not right at all. I think the way sometimes Burna Boy makes his statement, he needs to understand that yes, I have to be a bit constructive to avoid being interpreted wrongly. That is what I believe about this whole thing, and it has been generating a lot of reactions right now. And it all started when Wole Soyinka actually said about like taking away history from Nigeria schools, that has actually affected a lot of people not knowing their origin, not knowing their strength, and all those kind of things. And Burna Boy decided to join his mouth and said, "Yes, I said this before, and people didn't really understand it." And Whiskey, FC, and the rest, and that is too negative for our statement to actually stand. And in the words of Burna Boy, he said, "I said this same thing a while ago, but Whiskey Delusional Twitter FC said I was lying. Maybe if your true history was taught in your schools, Whiskey would have a smarter Twitter FC instead of idiots like this." This could mean a lot of things, and it depends on how Whiskey now interprets a lot of this thing. Remember that Stephanie Don actually made a statement about Burna Boy actually being on the competitive with the likes of Whiskey, not loving Whiskey for real. I think right now people are really going to bring those kind of things and judge this. That is what I believe about the story. And somebody retweeted some old posts about from Steph Lindor and from Offset. According to this old post, Stephanie Dunn says, so I don't want to mention this before, but fuck it. I gotta say it. Your African giant is an impotent man. I left his ass cause he couldn't give me a baby. That is what it is right now. I think that is a big indictment. That is a big one, coming in at a point like this. And then from old post of Offset, he said, myself and Burna Boy got some fire coming. I reached out to Whiskey team so that he can jump on my record. But that MF too expensive. I had to go for someone lower than him. Thank you so much, Burna Boy. Yes, Offset actually acknowledged that Burna Boy is far cheaper than Wizkid and all those kind of things. And in Offset's statement, he said somebody who is lower that is indicting and the rest. And Burna Boy came back and said, nope, this was all doctored and done by Whiskey's delusional Twitter FC. Yes, in this age right now, people are trying to understand whether it actually came from these persons and all these things. But when I read about Stephanie, though, I think yeah, she never mentioned about Burna Boy being able to give her a baby. Only said Burna Boy is impotent and all those kind of things. And also that of Offset, I didn't see anything lower than from the original version and all those things. I think. A lot of battles are happening right now. I hope this does not escalate to like Davido's Burner Boy fight at the end of the day with Wizkid. That is something I believe. But some people are saying that Marcella does not have time for all these kind of things. But I think the social media is on fire right now, and people are having a great time to actually talk about the recent happenings on social media, especially with this. I think we have to listen to what Wale Soyinka said about history being taken away from Nigerian schools, and that how it's affecting them negatively. That is something I believe.
Security threats you can launch against any people, either internally or internally. So that's also a way of knowing history, but disowning history, because you only take a small portion, you disown the rest of it. It doesn't exist. Again, if I may cite Putin, the same way Putin saying to the Ukrainians, you are once part of us. We have a right to continue to dominate you anytime and to take you back anytime we want. What kind of human beings will accept that? Ukrainians are proving themselves one of the most courageous people at the moment. But it's interesting that you should raise the issue of history, because I would like to use every opportunity to ask, who was it that actually terminated the teaching of history in schools? Do you know that many of us didn't know for a long time that?
Yes, this is now the issue happening, but you have to keep up with Afrobeat blog and get the updates on this, because we are going to follow this to the latter. And some people are really looking out for Whiskey's reactions on this matter. I think we have to follow the story. Before I jump off finally, I want to take out this time to really appreciate you guys for watching my videos and sharing my videos across social media platforms. Being a part of it has been an interesting journey for me. And if you are new here, you can click the subscribe button below and the bell notification also, and be a part of it. I love you guys. Keep supporting through a zip and keep watching more videos.